This time we're going to investigate artificial lighting, and we're going to tackle one of the more difficult subjects, concealed uplighting. Here's our room again. I've lowered the cornices so the lighting will be concealed above them. In addition, I'll lower the height of the walls to match the top of the cornice. And then I'll sweep the top face back up again to reach the ceiling. The reason for this will become clear in a moment. Now I'll introduce the basic light. First, there's our usual infinite light to simulate the sun shining in through the window. The concealed uplights are formed by a series of point lights. Each one is fairly low intensity, white, and casts shadow maps with all the settings on high. They all have squared fall-off too. The moment we render, though, we can see we've got problems. Although the lights illuminate the other walls okay, they barely light up the wall right next to them. This is because the light is so close to the wall, the rays don't have enough time to spread out before encountering the surface. The result is an unevenly and poorly lit wall. The first thing to do about this is to employ a bit of fakery. Remember how I swept the top of the walls? This created an extra face which we can now make use of. Grab the texture of the wall using the texture inspector, then move the luminance slider of the reflectance shader all the way to the right. Now we can use the paint face tool on those faces at the tops of the walls. And render again. We've made a little progress. At least it looks like there is plenty of light being generated just above the cornice. The next problem is that the ceiling is dark. To fix this, we'll use some spotlights. At first sight, these may appear to be somewhat oddly placed on the outside of the walls. If we look at their settings though, we can see that they're non-shadow casting, so their light will pass right through the outer walls. They're angled so that they will strike the ceiling and light it up for us. Again, each one has squared fall-off. Particular attention should be paid to the positions and intensities of lights near corners to avoid over-illumination in these regions. So let's render again. We're nearly there now. All that remains is to add a little more diffuse light to brighten the shadows. We'll do this simply by using a set of non-shadow casting infinite lights. These will light up the walls, ceiling and floor a little. Each one has its own intensity settings to suit the scene. And there's the result. If the glow above the cornice now seems too harsh, it can be softened by reducing the luminance of the texture again.